Hello everyone, the Nerdy Steve here, and today I will be featuring a standard Izzet mill list. A link to the deck list is in the description below. I'm going to be talking about the basic game plan, some of the card choices, and a little bit about the sideboard, and then we'll play a couple of matches. So, let's go. If you've ever played Magic, you probably have heard of mill as a strategy, and that is specifically is you are using your cards to exile or remove your opponent's library from the game, because when you draw a card in Magic and you can't, you lose. So this deck mainly is going to revolve around Tasha's Hideous Laughter to exile a card from your opponent's library, so when you say go, they try to draw a card, they can't, and they lose. And that's the entire deck game plan, and that's the deck's only mill win con, or only card that does mill, and it doesn't even technically mill, so it's a little bit of a misnomer. So what this deck is really doing is we are just building up our mana, we're removing our opponent's problematic cards, we are disrupting their stuff so they don't get anything too fancy that we can't deal with. And then late game, what we want to do is Galvanic Iteration with Tasha's Hideous Laughter, or maybe two Galvanic Iterations into Laughter, or Invoke Calamity, which can, like Galvanic Iteration, cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter multiple times. And that's kind of it. We want to be able to Tasha's Hideous Laughter and exile our opponent's library as quickly as we possibly can. And that's really the simplicity of the deck as one very specific game plan, right? You want to control the board with your removal, with your burn down the house. You want to maybe use Jwari Disruption to counter things that are going to be really problematic for you. And then on the 6 or 7 turn, you want to have used Unexpected Windfall and Big Score to have a bunch of treasure. So then you can Galvanic Iteration, Tasha's Hideous Laughter multiple times, or Invoke Calamity to cast instants and sorceries from your graveyard, like Tasha's Hideous Laughter, like Unexpected Windfall, to do it again. And then the sideboard has more removal against creatures, has counter magic. So it's kind of just doing, if you might not survive until the late game, maybe burn down the house is a little too slow, you might want to bring in more early interaction. If your opponent, the mill plan might not be too good, maybe they're a very disruptive deck and you can't rely on it, then you have Smoldering Egg to bring in, or even Lier, potentially. You also have Hullbreaker Horror as another counter magic type thing that most decks can't deal with if you can get that long, or get that late game. And so that is our basic strategy, and let's hope we can mill some people and get them really upset. Okay, we will play first. We're gonna Stormcarved Coast. Then we have Abrade and Flame Blessed Bolt for whatever opponent does. Which will be Luminarch Aspirant. Maybe there's potential we're just supposed to save Burn Down the House to have a big board wipe, but I don't think that's necessarily true. We should have done that for red mana. Our opponent, or we have Invoke Calamity in the deck, and it's very red mana intensive. Enrica. Now what we really need are our Unexpected Windfall, so we can start going through our deck and start getting a lot of advantage. And this might be good. We can iteration the Silundi Vision. Meat Hook. Okay. Wedding announcement. Opponent's drawing a lot of cards here.
I'll tell you a secret.
So let's do this. Big score, getting rid of an Abrade. We would love an untapped land here. Fading Hope is actually pretty decent, but an untapped land. Red. We do not have a Tasha's yet, which is a little problematic. So what we can do is Fading Hope the Hive. That's gonna set our opponent back a little bit. We want that on top. Ooh, choose a non-land card name. Uh-oh. That's good. Galvanic Iteration.
It's bold to bargain with me.
Let's deal 3 damage to that.
Subservience will be rewarded.
We're at 2, everyone. A Meat Hook will kill us.
I always reward the loyal.
And now I have to think a lot. So if we invoke... Really like Tasha's okay. I'm trying to think now if this is good enough. I also have no idea. I have no idea. We might be able to Tasha's twice? So we'll do this. Let's see. Our opponent has a relatively high CMC deck. Yeah, so that wasn't a lot, actually. Yeah, not a lot at all. Uh-oh. Hmm. Tasha's and a Fading Hope. You don't want them to be able to kill both of their creatures in response. Oh, wow. GG. Our opponent had a very high mana cost deck, so 3 Tashas was not enough. And that's gonna happen a lot of the time. So I don't really know what to do. We'll just run it back. Alright. Same idea as before, but hopefully a little better. I'm assuming they're gonna name... Ooh, what are they gonna name, actually? Alright, let's kill it. A little something else we don't have to worry about. Oh, but maybe I needed to Fading Hope it, because look, now we don't have anything to do. Alright, I need a mulligan better with this deck, everyone. Someone tell me to mulligan better, please. Or more. Because one of the problems here is every land drop we miss. This is a very, very mana-intensive deck, right? We need to hit all of our land drops, and whenever we don't, it's just a huge disaster in our tempo, in literally everything we could imagine. Oh, wow.
Remember your training.
Because you really want to be able to Tasha's Hideous Laughter, copying it twice with Galvanic Iteration, and doing a bunch of stuff. And so you need all your lands and all your mana. Okay. That's gonna hurt a little bit. So now we get to burn down the house and kill them both.
Strike fast and strike hard.
I didn't realize I would come into play tapped. I needed to play an island there. So again, a lot of mistakes are adding up here. Emir's call, okay. So I only get to attack with one creature, generate 2 more. Let's hope we draw a land. Okay, we'll get a land here. Put this into our hand, that there. We're taking a lot of damage, though. We're probably on a very, very quick clock here again if they activate Cave. Archon. But again, this is just not good, right? We're going down to 6. Our opponent can basically kill us this turn. So let's... Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong. I've been getting cards from my hand, not necessarily from my graveyard this entire time. Wow. That's actually really funny. Y'all, I've been playing this deck for a while and wondering why Invoke has been very, very bad. I think I've only been having it get from my hand, not from my graveyard. Or I haven't been actively trying to do that, so... One, we have what? 3 here? 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do we think 3 Tasha's Hideous Laughter is enough? Well, this might be close enough, who knows? $17, no, not enough this turn, I don't think. 5, oh, maybe. Yes! Oh, oh, thank God. Okay, everyone. So now what do we want here? Now that we know kind of how things are going, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Okay. This is good. We actually have mana. We're gonna play all of it while we can. Duress, fine. And the reason we're doing that is I don't think the 1 damage will be that relevant. And again, we just need to make sure we hit all of our mana and stuff. Okay, that's good. Let's try and do this and get a land. Okay. High damage to each creature. We also have Otawara, which we can use to, you know, tap out. Or to return our opponent's thing if that's something that we need to be afraid of. But let's do this. Blue. Go. Our opponent could activate that and attack for 8, which is actually a lot.
My words are for ambitious.
Oh, wait, no. It's not their end step yet. Let's get rid of that. Put this into our hand. That into our library. That into exile. Deal 3 damage to that.
I will get what I want.
The Celestus will flip. Galvanic, okay. I think we can discard Disruption. We'll get another 4 copies of Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And maybe that will be good enough. Archon of the Myriad, okay. Hope they played a land and I didn't, like, just mess up.
My hatred lives.
Imagine. So, how do I do this? Tasha. Like, I think this is what we do. But maybe I'm wrong, and we just lose here. That was a big one. That was not a big one. That was a big enough. GG. Oh, thank God. Okay, everyone. This seems fine. We have a lot of our card advantage, so we can get going and get our mana and treasure. And with Disruption, we have some type of interaction for whatever our opponent does. And we're in no rush here, right? Because ideally we also get to iteration before a big score. Soaring, okay. So what I'm gonna do anyway here is Unexpected Windfall. Because if they have counter magic, that's fine, but I think if we can use our mana and discard Burn Down the House, which we know we're not using. Alright, and it was Spell Pierce? Okay. Not the best draws here. That was a really good Spell Pierce as well.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
But again, we have about like 2 more turns before we have to really do anything. So let's put this into our hand. Library there. Ooh, a Rafine. Okay. We're gonna do this, and then Unexpected Windfall. And maybe then we can go off with Tasha's. Here, we need Tasha and more Galvanic, but, you know, we're getting really, really close. Do we want a Fading Hope? I kind of want a Fading Hope. Let's do 1 to Soaring here.
Your blood will be mine.
And then what we can do is Galvanic Iteration. And then we can Invoke Calamity. We get to Invoke Calamity, a burn down the house. Deal 5 to each creature in each planeswalker. And we can deal Spikefield Hazard to Soaring. And that will wipe our opponent's board.
Your transgression, tragedy befalls us all.
And then we also get to do an Unexpected Windfall, discarding that. And a Expressive Iteration. We're just cycling and getting 1 card with it. So we can put this into our hand, that into our library, and get rid of that forever. Beautiful. Alright. That turn worked exactly how I wanted it to. Let's do one or two Tashas. See what's going on here. See how close we are, because then we only need another Invoke. That was a lot.
Run away. You'll be safer. We must protect the people.
Fiend.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Our opponent goes to 12 cards. If we keep Rafine out, it means they also might not be able to attack. Because the Connive will just kill them. Which I love, by the way. Okay. We have a Tasha's here. So let's Iteration. Maybe we can get another copy of Galvanic Iteration. Put this into our hand. There. So let's Tasha's our opponent. Because depending on how much we mill... Yeah, okay. GG. We, like, don't even have to worry about anything because they can't even attack. So now, what do we do here? I assume their deck is just gonna get a lot more disruptive, right? Maybe we do want Lier. Lier seems fine. Maybe we can go down to 3 burn. Maybe don't need that. Oh, Disdainful Stroke, maybe? I feel like they're gonna get a lot more counter magic, which might hurt a lot. So... let's hope this works, everyone. And I'm sure it will. That won't work, Mulligan. Okay. So, I get... God, I hate that we're keeping this. So, I think we need to do this. Ooh. Because, so, I wanted to do this on turn 1 so we can ensure turn 4 Windfall. But, because we drew that, we can do that on turn 1 and see what we draw here. Yeah, this is great. And now Iteration is also wonderful, because if we can get a land... We did not get a land, though. That's really bad. Uh-oh. And maybe we should wait there, but I think the cost benefit is, you know, there's a lot there that can work out. Still kind of afraid of Spell Pierce, not gonna lie. So we can just take our time and then Galvanic a big score next turn. Like, not a lot of pressure here. Wedding announcement. We're starting to feel the pressure. Our opponent only has 2 cards in hand, right? Now, well, now they have 3. But I think we're maybe okay. Oh, if they could test the talents, that'd be really, really good. Fine. Hmm. We're at 4, everyone. Another wedding announcement. Okay. I'm trying to draw some interaction here. And I still think we want to... Did not get what we wanted, sadly. So now I think it is an iteration into big score turn. Mainly because I don't think 2 Tashas is gonna win. What we drew here wasn't gonna win either, so okay. Oh no, what a disaster. Everyone, I just want to mill people and have some nice, fun magic. But apparently that's too much to ask for. That expressive iteration fail really, really hurt us. So we probably just need to wait. I don't know if I like that, Steven. Alright, we can... That ended up working out well. So, go us. Alright, iteration. Into our hand. Library there. This was a perfect iteration, everyone. Another land, please. Alright, Windfall. We have Disruption for the Wandering Emperor, if that's what happens here. And I think what we want to do is we just want to wait for the Lier until when we can cast as many things as we possibly can in one turn, right? Oh. And they have blue? Okay. Alright, you have Spell Pierce, you have Spell Pierce. They did not. They tried to bluff it, it was very, very good. Disdainful Stroke, okay. Now, I could Lier there, but I don't know. It feels weird. I think we want to wait one more turn, maybe. I'm still afraid of some type of counter magic, but maybe I shouldn't be. Like, we can just wait until their end step. Big score, see if they have anything, and then during our turn, Lier. We'll play that as a land. Again, maybe I'm just being a little too cautious. We're also doing that because I don't think we need the board wipe. We can just do this and chump for a couple turns. Wedding announcement, okay. GG. Gotta love it. Again, thank you for watching me play some Izzet Standard Mill. The deck was a lot more complicated and harder to pilot than I initially thought, which is always very, very surprising for me. I thought it would be very, very straightforward in how to, you know, the game plan and everything. And while the game plan is kind of straightforward, actually knowing how to sequence everything in a really, really effective way was just very, very important. I lost a lot of games doing stuff in the wrong order and prioritizing the wrong thing, which was very, very surprising, but always very fun to learn. Also, Invoke Calamity, it took me a couple of games. There were some matches where, I don't want to talk about because they are not in the video, where it was defaulting to only looking in my hand and not in my graveyard, and I kept on Invoke Calamitying and, like, not doing anything. So, pro tip, make sure your Invoke Calamity window is on your graveyard, because that will help a lot. But other than that, I had fun with it. It's always great milling people because people hate it. And again, not to be that type of person, but if you're going to get upset by being milled, I'm going to mill you. With that being said, if you haven't already, you should totally like, comment, and subscribe on this channel, YouTube video, whatever it is, because that's a great way to support me. You can also watch me live at twitch.tv/TheNerdySteve. I play tons of Magic the Gathering there. Tons. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.